We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Here he comes, Deontay Wilder, 6'7". Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. A perfect counter shot. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? That uppercut just missed. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over bone. Bull in a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Look. Whoa, wait a minute! Deontay Wilder rocked right now! He's in some serious trouble! Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Nice exchange here from both men. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. Frazier's got to get inside.
You've got to fight dirty, Todd. You've got to get in close. You've got to fight on the blind side of the referee. You've got to find a way in.
These two were made for each other. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Nice counter shot. men step back for just a moment. That counter shot lands. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. This is the danger spot.
Did you see that? There's no way Frazier survives this. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny... So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Straight right just misses. He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
And the bronze bomber goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
But for how long? Look at her. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. There's the bell for round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
So much firepower here. They're both trying for a knockout. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Do not throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Just missed with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the chart. That hook was off target. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Jab misses. There's no doubt that this fighter's power. Hold that thought!
One, two, three, four, five, six. Are you okay?
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. And they're back at it again here in round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. You'd like to see more jabs. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He misses with that jab. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Oh, Wilder just got clipped and he's in a world of trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him this, and down goes Deontay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you all right?
And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Swing and a miss with the right hook. It's all offense all the time. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Nice hook there. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. How about that time counter shot? And there's the bell for round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot. But that's what their mantra is.
As a flat-footed fight, if you've got a dancer out there in front of you, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
This fight has a real good flow to it. looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Come to me.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fighter Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Can't find a home with that jab. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. There's the bell to start round 3. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Insane action! If someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
These two fighters are made for one another. They threw the hook, it didn't land. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Sugar Ray is down. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the gods, they...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Got to waste time. Get set behind the referee. When he comes in close, tie him up. The referee's then got to par you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Someone's will cave, but which fight will it be? Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. There's the bell to start round 5. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
You don't want to trade shots. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The jab not finding its target. Missing with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That big hook doesn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's start the 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. Fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
You'd like to see more jabs. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Just when you think you're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. There's the bell to start round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. There's the bell to start round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think him.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Lomachenko in trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. It's bombs away. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Robinson hit hard and he may be ready to go. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Timing beats speed, speed beats power. Insane action. They exchange punches. No rest for the weary. So much hype surrounding this matchup. We never thought we'd get to see it again. It's Frazier Ali Part 4.
This is called Fight of the Century. We've got to find a name for it. We're going to make it special. Fight of the ages, fight of the planets, fight of the gods. The boxing gods. That's it, the fight of the gods. This is that fight.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. And he scores with the counter. That hook doesn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And there's the bell for round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. That counter punch caught him clean. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice exchange here from both men. The straight right just misses. The right hook misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The bell rings and we start the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Can't find a home with that jab. Let's see if they go to the body. Can't find a home with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Defense is not an option for these two. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Whoa, wait a minute. Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And there's the bell to start round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight with fire. Use brain over brawn.
So close with that uppercut. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. There's the bell to start round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jab not finding its target. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
The jab not finding its target. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Throws the jab but does not score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. There's the bell to start round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Only catching air with that hook. just can't find the target. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Smoking Joe may go. Good defense from Frazier.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good.
That will do it. They want no more.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you still want to fight?